the virtual meeting of the ZBA one more time. Hopefully not too many more of these.
Right.
For June 22, 2020. Present are Chris Mastriani, Bill Liss, Wendy Cordero, and Paul Gregoire. We are anticipating that Mr. Excuse me, I'm sorry. That Mr. Stapleton would be arriving, and Mike said something about he's going to try to come in as close to 7 as he can. So,
Yeah.
all right. So I guess first thing on the docket is with Lenny Ferrier. And make sure I get the right piece of paper here. I got too many here. All right. So let me read this in. Please find below the legal notice for the following hearing for publication in the Westfield Evening News, School Street, Westfield, Mass. From the Board of Appeals, Town of Southwick, Southwick, Mass. To be published on June 8th and June 15, 2020. Notice is hereby given of a public hearing to be held Monday, June 22, 2020 at the Southwick Town Hall, not quite, 454 College Highway, Southwick, Mass. At 7 p.m. to hear the petition of Leonard Ferrier, 209 South Loomis Street, Southwick, Mass. The applicant is looking for a front setback variance of 35 feet and a side setback variance of 5 feet in order to add a garage to the property. In the event the town hall is not returned to normal operation, the meeting will be held online via Zoom. So I guess we already know that at this point. Okay, so Mr. Ferrier.
Yes.
I guess we need you to tell the board what you have in mind. I don't know who all's been out there to visit. I was out there, as you know.
Yeah, I drove by.
I drove by.
I drove by, yeah.
Okay, so you've driven by. No.
I have to.
Okay. All right, Lenny, let us know what you're trying to do.
Okay, so what I want to do is put a garage on the side of the driveway. And I don't have the correct distances in order to get a permit. Unfortunately, the far end of my house is septic system, so I can't do anything there. And I don't have any driveway there anyways. To set it further back, I run into a 500-gallon propane tank that's in the ground and a propane line that runs from that into my house. Beyond that, right now it's dry like everywhere, but in heavy rain times or springtime when the snow melts off the side of the mountain, it gets quite wet back there. So that's very difficult area to put a building in. Plus the fact I would have to drive across my lawn or down the side of the house to get to it. So the ideal spot would be obviously alongside the driveway for a garage. So I'm kind of stuck with that area and trying to work as much as possible to get it in there.
Okay.
Any comment?
On the application, you say you want a 35-foot setback and a 5-foot side setback. So you're actually looking for a variance of 40 feet in the front and a variance of 15 feet on the side. Is that correct?
I'm not sure I'm understanding what you're saying.
The garage that you want to build, is that going to be 5 feet from the side property
Yeah.
line, or is it 15 feet from the side property line?
No, I'd like it 5 feet from the side property line.
Okay, so then you're asking for a variance of 15 feet from the side and a variance of 40 feet. Everybody gets them backwards, so
Backwards,
that's,
right.
don't think you made a mistake
Okay,
filling out the application. It's just we got to just define that up front, just so that we're talking about the correct numbers.
yeah. So the way I understand it now, it's in order to build, I'd have to be 10 feet off the side and 75 off the road. Is that correct?
You have to be 20 from the side.
20.
Yeah. In
Okay.
R40 zone, the side setback is 20 feet.
Okay, I thought it was 10 there, so that's my mistake.
Well,
Yeah,
it's 10 for an accessory, and I don't know if a garage qualifies as an accessory. A shed or parking or a driveway might be an accessory. One of the other guys might be able to clarify that.
Okay,
Based on what Lenny showed me, it's a garage, but it's also a shed. I would consider probably an accessory building.
Oh, okay.
mostly what I need to put in there is, I have four-wheelers and snowmobiles and stuff like that are in my garage, and I can't park my vehicles in there. So I want to put this up. I guess you could call it a shed. My tools, things like that would go in there.
yeah. But I know there's a shed on the property, correct, Lane?
I'm sorry?
You have a shed on the property already.
There's a small shed on there, yeah.
Right. So could that be a larger shed over there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. The small shed I have now is chock full with, lawnmower, snow blower, that type of thing. And
Yeah,
again, for me to put anything more in and out of that,
well-
I gotta go across my front lawn.
right.
I guess I'm blind. Where was that shed, Lenny?
Far right, Paul.
It's on the far right. If you notice where it is, there's two pipes sticking up out of the ground. That's my septic system,
That thing, okay.
right near it.
It was
Yeah.
down in that corner. All right.
Yeah.
I remember it now. Well, I asked.
An
when I-
awful, my thing and my take right now is an awful big shed. I mean, I know the garage issue, Lenny, that you were speaking of, but
Right.
the struggle we always have as a group is creating a hardship to allow the variance
Mm-hmm.
and understand that I get it, but without the room and looking for those pretty good setbacks, putting a four-wheeler in the garage, outside of your garage is not really a hardship. Having it out of your car, because I'm in inclement weather, that's a better hardship. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's the struggle for that size of a structure. 18 by 36 is almost like a small ranch,
Small house, yeah.
you know? That's why I was asking about the other side that you already had a shed, if you could kind of better that one or gain your storage space over there.
Yeah.
You'd have less issues.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I really can't because the septic tank
Uh-huh.
comes out the side of the house on that end
Yep.
and goes to a D box, which is about not
Right.
quite halfway between the house and that little shed. And then all the septic lines run right down in front of that shed and just past it.
Well, as Lenny said, out in back of the house,
Yep.
there's a little bit of a dip. And in the winter and spring, it fills up with water coming off the mountain.
Yeah, I'm looking at the elevation map I've got, Paul, and I can see that I can see how that could happen.
Mhm.
Because it goes up right then when you get a little swale, and it goes up the side of the mountain almost,
Right up.
Yeah.
I had suggested when I was out there for Lenny to look at possibly moving it back to that left rear corner,
Right?
which would possibly get into that wet area. Uh, That would fit beautifully. I think we can go with that, but you might have to bring in some fill, Lenny, is what I'm thinking. Bring in some fill and fill up that hole, leaving a bit of a swale in the back of it to take the water off to the right side of the house.
I hear what you're saying there, but it still creates a problem of that 500-gallon propane tank I have in the ground and the propane lines, and then
Well,
not having a driveway that goes back there to be able to, get in and out without tearing up all the turf. And I'm kind of thinking that I may end up parking my truck in that side, which is why I'm looking at making it bigger. Just because my garage that I have now on the house is not that big for a 1-ton pickup truck.
Yeah, I know about 1-ton pickup trucks.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I got one with dual wheels, so I hear you.
and he also is your wells back in that area too, correct?
Yes, the well is right back there.
Well, I still feel it's doable back there. I mean, driveway isn't a big issue, You can make a driveway real easy. It's not like it's insurmountable.
Well, I mean, it would become quite expensive because of the fact of having to move the propane tank. I'm not sure where I could move that to.
What do you want to move it for?
Well, I can't drive over it. The top sticks out of the ground there.
Well, you wouldn't have to. Go towards the neighbor's side.
I don't have that much room to go toward the neighbor's side. I got, I mean, from my existing driveway, I've got 20 feet to, I think it's actually like 21 feet to his
This line, yeah.
line, and I have to be 25 feet from my house. I think it's 25 feet
Yeah.
for that tank.
Yeah.
So it doesn't give me any room to go around it.
Remember, I thought there was room, but
It looked like it because there was a big open area there that was sandy, but that's not actually my property. I had run, I don't know if you guys, when you drove by, saw the orange pole out in the front. I ran a string from that pole to the one in the back to show, how close it was to my property there.
Yeah.
On your building that you want, that's 18 by 36, is 18 feet deep enough for this truck you want to put in there?
Yeah, 18 feet's enough.
Is it enough? Okay. I guess the question I asked is how small of a building can you live
Right.
with other than that 18 by 36? Because, that's just this big hunk that's sitting right out almost on the street. And, I don't think that's going to really look very good and fit in with everything else. I don't know how much you can cut that down and, tuck it back off the street. But I think that you're going to have to think about that a little bit.
I probably can cut the size down some. I mean, it's just going to limit what I can put in it.
Well, every foot away from the front,
Yeah,
makes less of a setback variance,
sure.
less of an issue, because it's quite a bit. And, believe me, driving by, you get a beautiful home and you get a nice 2-car garage there. And, we deal with a lot of these people don't have any garages and they're trying to squeeze something in, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So that's where I come with the hardship thing again.
My intention is
Other
to
than
build,
trying to put it somewhere else you got plenty of acreage. A lot of it's unfortunately not conducive, I guess,
it's all on the mountain.
Right.
I do own land behind the house next door to me. It juts over, but again, it's on the mountain.
Right.
The intention is to build it and site it to match the house and everything, so it's not an eyesore.
Well, understood, and I actually, Chris, have you got the street map there, or the, I don't know if you guys have printed down the map, but the actual homes that are on the left and the right of that house are
Yep.
closer to the road than Mr. Ferrier's house. Probably sets back about 15, 20 feet more.
Yeah, when I was looking at Lenny's, what he has there, the house almost looks like the house and lot almost look like it was built to conform to the R40 because it's got the exact amount of frontage
Right.
and it's got the exact amount of front setback. So it
Yeah.
looks like that was taken into consideration, and possibly those other houses were older than that. But yeah, if I scale this, I'm looking at the one house that's just south of him would be that's pretty close.
Yeah,
It's like 20 or 25 feet.
Yeah, he's pretty much right on the road.
That's to your left.
Yes, his left.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that close when I looked at it. I didn't take any measurements either.
I'm just looking based on the map from Magis, So if there was a structure on that side cut down, it would kind of fall in line, I guess, with the line of homes that are already there, I guess, is my point.
Really? I didn't think so, but okay.
Well, I'm looking at this again. If I scale it off the picture, which is kind of risky, he's probably about that. The neighbor is probably about 50 feet off the road.
Right, that's my point.
Okay. Yes.
So if you're looking at, if we went to a 24, 25-foot length and position that you could be all in line, you know what I mean? You wouldn't be encroaching much more than the other homes are now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I have one other question, Lenny, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I'm looking at the records and it says the owner is Kramer, Patricia and Philip Kramer, trustees.
He's not the owner. We bought from him about 6 months ago.
Oh,
In the early fall, it was actually just before winter, it was fall time, we bought the house.
well, the town still has them owning it.
Really?
Yeah, the reason I asked is because we're
I
not,
got a tax bill.
yeah, I'm sure you did.
You probably both got a tax bill.
Yeah, there you go, Paul.
The town makes that money.
The town's a little short.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to question because that's part of the research I like to do, and make sure that
Sure,
the owner is representing the property,
right.
Yeah, I had caught that also. I was going to ask that question. If I assumed he was the owner of record, but it must take
I
the
know.
town a while to catch up.
Okay. Well, the only thing I can suggest, if we look back and try to look at a size change, Lenny, maybe come back with a different plan. That's my option, maybe to continue that,
Mhm. Is that something that I have to reapply and?
Oh. No,
No.
we could do a continuation instead of a vote, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And that basically gives a little stay for you,
Mhm. What if I was able to move the frontage back off the road and, squeeze a little bit more toward my house?
Mhm.
I was trying to leave enough room so when they come and fill my propane tank,
Right.
and that, they'll be able
Right.
to, walk through, and
Yep,
I might be able to squeeze some more room that way. I don't imagine they need a lot of room.
probably 3 feet, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Because when they fill mine, they go through a gate and it's a 3-foot door.
yeah,
But that's an option. And then look at the size and then can kind of represent it, I guess, to the board,
okay.
Is that reasonable, Paul?
Sounds good to me. So, do we hear a motion to
I'll table that motion to continue discussions on 209 South Loomis for revised plan from the claimant.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, that's so the, yeah, the question passes. I'm sorry,
The next meeting's a couple weeks, or actually the 4th, right? We got a,
July
13th.
13th, July
there you
13th.
go.
Okay.
Okay. And
So how would I, or who do I get in touch with to give that to?
Submit it at the clerk's office in the town hall. I understand from Wendy that they're opening up the clerk's office again as of
Correct.
today, was it?
Correct.
So we just deposit it there for Board of Appeals and we will pick it up from them.
Okay.
So any sketches you've got and dimensions would be helpful.
Okay.
All right?
I'll do that.
all right.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Look forward to it. Thank you, Lenny.
Hey,
Yeah.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep, you bet.
Okay, so Mr. Ferry is signing out now, I presume. No, he's still there.
I'm leaving.
Bye, come again. All right, so speaking of continuations,
Yes. Which one do we got first, Paul? Lakeview?
I believe
Yes.
so. The lady said yes, Lakeview is
There you
first.
go. She's the boss.
You bet. We don't do anything without asking her.
That's right. Okay, go ahead.
105 Lakeview. I think we were all there. Every one of us was up to look at that situation, and I think in general everyone agreed that it looked like it was feasible to get the car up into a driveway there with the easy turn, and could
Yep.
even possibly even back out. Well, it can back out for sure, but you know,
Yeah,
the opposite direction to be able to drive forward down the driveway. But anyway, that's to be determined. It's not critical to the situation.
yeah. I think everybody was satisfied that the petition would probably work. So I think we have to just confirm that we need quite a few variances here, so
We have them all written down from last time.
I think I did.
Yeah, I think we needed three variances.
Correct.
There was a question whether that little jog in the front property line was going to be considered part of the lot frontage, and I think we agreed that it was.
Right,
So we actually only needs a variance of 3 feet on the frontage, and then the
acreage,
needs a variance on the lot area.
yep,
And then the front setback, I think we were gonna agree that it was 57 feet. Your new garage, Glenn, was gonna be 57 feet from the street, so we're gonna give you a variance of 18 feet.
Okay.
I think, does everybody's notes agree with that?
I'm looking at I'm looking at, we had plenty of frontage based on the adder, 18-foot setback. And then I think it was like 26,009 something square feet variance for the lot size.
So we're 57 feet from the street, is what we're saying?
Yes, that's what I had for my notes.
Is that the street line or is that the street itself?
Oh, geez, I don't know.
That's actually like 5 feet in from the street, that dimension.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right. 57.
So if we did a variance for 18, that'll give you a plus or minus a couple feet to play with.
Yep,
Okay. Well, for R20, the lot area bylaw is 40,000 square feet, and you have 12, so we need.
oh, wow. More than I wrote down. 30,
And then let me just add up this frontage again, just to See what we got here.
19. That would be 112.61. Plus the 30, so over 151.
I get 147.
Right, so you're 3 feet.
So you need a 3-foot lot frontage variance and an 18-foot front setback. And I think that's all. Those three are the only ones that you need.
Right,
What was the square footage again? The area?
The R20 zone has to be 40,000
Correct.
and he has 12,000.
Okay.
As do all those lake lots.
Hey, that's actually pretty big for down there.
yeah.
Oh. All right, any more questions?
So 28,000, Chris, is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. Read it out.
Okay, I make a motion to grant 3 variances to 105 Lakeview Street for the purpose of constructing a 2-car garage, a lot area variance of 28,000 square feet, a lot frontage variance of 3 feet, and a front setback variance of 18 feet.
Okay. I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah, okay, if you say so.
Hold that thought.
Yeah. Oh, God. Okay, so we'll get that out of the way, Glenn. That should,
So how long do I have to wait to till I can apply for a permit then?
20.
20 days, usually, well, 20 plus, we gotta get it into the clerk's office I gotta get it in the, well, we gotta get it in the clerk's office within the next 4 days, and then they hold it for 20 days, so.
Oh, okay.
And then you can
Oh, wait.
apply to the building inspector, whoever that is, I still don't know.
That's a good question, Paul.
I haven't met him yet. So will I get a notice or will I just, how do I start counting the days?
Wendy, how does he start counting the days? We
Well,
we will let him know when it's been signed by the clerk, correct?
correct, yes.
Okay, and then I count 20 days from then.
Yep.
Okay,
No, she signs it at the 20 days. So
Oh.
when we say to you, she has signed it, it's a go.
Oh, okay.
oh, I get it, all right. Okey dokey.
All right, so we want to move on to the next one?
Sure.
Glenn says, do we have to?
Well, I can tell you right now, he doesn't want to build the garage now, so
Okay.
we could just throw that paperwork out.
All right, that's easy. Do we hear a second?
Well, I think we still got to vote on that, right, to remove it, Paul, because it was continued.
Yes. So we need a motion made.
So we're releasing without prejudice, is that? Because we're not voting on it, so that's a big deal.
Yeah,
Because if he changes his mind next week, he could come back, but if he didn't, it would be 2 years if we vote on it.
right.
That's
No, we
what I
don't
told
need-
him.
You don't need to vote, you're right. So,
So I would say I can put a motion up to disregard the petition put forth to the board for 12 Bonnie View Road.
no, as you said, relief without prejudice.
Correct.
Withdrawn, is that the word we're looking for?
Withdrawn,
without
yes.
prejudice?
That's a good one. That's the word there, Chris.
Correct.
I got my thesaurus.
I like
up
that
here on the
word.
screen.
Withdrawn without withdrawn without prejudice, though?
I think that's what we
Yes.
want
So,
to say.
so I'll put a motion to say we'll withdraw without prejudice for 12 Bonnie View Road claimant.
I second.
We're not withdrawing it without prejudice. The owner,
The applicant.
the applicant.
Right. Did I say
Okay.
claim, well, applicant to the claimant, sorry. So
Okay.
motion to withdraw without prejudice for the applicant on
Okay.
12 Bonnie View Road.
And Chris has seconded.
I
so
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries.
Yeah, Glenn's life matters. Okay, so we're good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Glenn, thank you.
All right, thank you, guys.
All right. Have a good evening.
Yeah, have a good evening.
So, Glenn's still there? Yeah, he's still there.
I'm trying to get off. I can't figure out which button to push. I pushed the button 3 times. You're not going away.
Tell him where, Wendy. Tell him
Little
where.
X on the top right corner.
Throw
Oh,
them
leave,
out.
okay. The big red leave, I'll press that.
Yes,
All
yeah.
right, thanks.
Good night.
That's the eject button. Don't hit it.
Oh, there you go.
Hey.
Well, all right. So it looks like Mr. Mike did not get in from his golf game,
Right.
and Tommy did not make it either. I thought his message said he was coming, but I probably read it wrong. It could be.
Any other new business, Paul or Wendy?
Wendy says there is. Yeah, fill us in,
Oh,
girl.
boy.
Okay, for the 13th, we're going to have 2 new applications. 71 Lakeview Street.
Oh, boy.
Applicant is
Oh.
looking to build an addition on an existing home. He's got setbacks of 48-foot front setback, rear setback 40, side setback 37. And he did not include any sketches, so I
boy.
can't provide you with anything, although I did call him and advise him to get us some.
Okay.
And then the next one will be 22 North Long Yard Road. The gentleman there wants to expand his doorway entrance.
Yeah.
So it looks like from ground to roof line, he's gonna bump out a few feet from the house.
Oh, he wants to push forward to the road.
Just a few feet. It looks like he's trying to make it aesthetically pleasing.
Like a
But-
little chapel entrance or something.
Yes, and he did provide some photos of what he wants, but no dimensions. So I will talk to him and see if he can't get us any.
He would need some probably setback relief anyway.
Well, he put
I'm
front
guessing-
setback of 65 feet, but I'm not sure if that's what he needs or what he has.
Road or street, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
What's the street number?
22
20
North Long Yard.
22. 22.
Okay.
As far as the one on Lakeview, as I recall, we gave permission to build several small homes on the right-hand side as you were coming down the lanes, and so this guy wants to add on to that. I don't know that he'll be able to, but
Well,
we'll have to
from the
look at it.
setbacks alone, looks like he's living on literally the garage floor,
Yeah.
All right. We'll drive by and research.
I reckon we will.
Hey, Wendy, I guess if you get any more information, if you could just email it. Oh,
I
That
will.
would
Well,
be
what I'll
helpful.
do is I'll send you the packets because
yeah, okay,
I believe we'll probably be doing at least one more Zoom.
yeah,
Since we just opened part of Town Hall today. So
Well,
I'll get the packets out when I talk to these gentlemen, see if I can't get a little more in dimensions and drawings.
well, they open restaurant seats, so if we bring food in, we probably should be able to come in. Anyway, okay,
indoor dining.
sounds good. So that's it?
I guess it is.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
put a motion to conclude or
Adjourn?
adjourn.
That's a good word. Yeah, this guy's full of words.
Yeah. Motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye, aye.
All right.
Motion carried.